Alrighty, we are live once again. Welcome back to the Sleuth Intuition channel. So we're going to talk about anything and everything that we want. We do have a poll question. Who are you, Sleuth Crew? That includes our OGs and newbies. Some of you lurking, mostly trolling, or F you. F the Sleuth Intuition channel. All right. Did you guys see the leaked essay written by Kohberger? Apparently, during his criminology studies, he wrote this essay. What's up, Miranda? Jill, Melissa, Tony N, good to see you. Yeah, we talked about that. We touched on that briefly like 2 days ago. That is interesting. What are your theories and thoughts on that? What do you think could be underneath there? She Warrior? All right. So, for those of you who don't know, here is a Brian Kohberger update. The suspect in the 2022 University of Idaho student murders is back in the spotlight. Kohberger, accused of stabbing 4 students to death, has a pretrial hearing scheduled for late April. Recent developments include a leaked essay purportedly written by Kohberger during his criminology studies, raising questions about his mindset. Jury selection is also heated up, with the defense pushing to move the trial due to intense media coverage in Moscow, Idaho. What's up, Diamonds? Either way, let's take a look at this thing. See what we're dealing with here. March 24th. Hold on. I don't think this is it. Just bear with me a moment here. This is something else. These are like receipts, phone records. I'm sure you guys have all seen these. It's the Amazon stuff. Okay, where the hell is this? Oh shit, his driver's license. What's up, Boston? Sleeping and working tonight. Steaks at dinner for boys, but I'm here. Ooh, sounds wonderful. Let's see. Maybe I already downloaded it. What's up, bootleg? Melissa Wildcard, Lynn, Barb, how are you? Charles the Troll. What are you up to, bootleg? Oh, but earlier, I can't remember who it was, but we were talking about when Richard Allen called his tip in verse when they released the images to the public, and I was wrong, and I should have known better because we've known this. But yes, the photos came out on the 15th around 5 p.m. and Richard Allen tipped in the following day. So he must have said, "Hey, well, that's me. I know for a fact nobody saw me, right? Nobody seen me kidnap the girls. So this must be Betsy Blair. She must have gotten a photo of me while I was on the bridge." Not really thinking that it was a video or knowing about um, the fact that Libby was recording. So that was just a quick follow up on that. Lynn, was he in college? If so, why did he go home and not in school? I'm not sure about that. Who, Brian Kohberger? Yeah, he was in school. The hell is a dust container? From Bissell Power Force Vacuum. What does he think he is, Mr. Brooks? One nitrate type black glove, one Walmart receipt with one Dickies tag, two Marshalls receipts, dust container, 8 possible hair strands, one Fire TV stick with cord and plug, one possible animal hair strand. Collection of dark red spots. What the fuck? So many documents. Sorry, I don't want to hurt your eyes. Yeah, the evidence seems to be stacking against him for sure. Removable refuse catcher on a large vacuum cleaner. Reuse catcher on a large vacuum cleaner. Plastic transparent receptacle snaps into back of a vacuum. I mean, where's the vacuum? Where in the hell is the vacuum? What's up, Salty Sleuth? Welcome in. No specific topic today. We can talk about anything. I was just looking at some of the true crime news here. You have Young Thug, his RICO case. I don't know if you guys are following that. Of course, Casey Anthony's return to the public eye. Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow Daybell. Following Lori Vallow Daybell's conviction in 2023 for the murders of her 2 youngest children and romantic rival, her husband Chad Daybell's trial is now underway in Idaho. As of April of 2025, prosecutors are presenting evidence tying Daybell to the doomsday beliefs that allegedly motivated the killings. The discovery of the children's bodies buried on Daybell's property in 2020 shocked the nation, and this trial is expected to delve deeper into the couple's bizarre ideology. Yeah, that's a pretty sick, twisted case. Reminiscent of the Murdoch trial. You know, it's one of those cases, the more you look into it, the more evil it is, right? Looks like they're going to seek the death penalty against Luigi Mangione. Another one, the Menendez brothers. It looks like they're going to have a parole hearing. The Menendez brothers. Yeah, where's the vacuum? Hey, Julia, what's up? How you doing, stranger? Salty says her trial status Monday in Arizona for former husband Charles Vallow. Yeah, I should go try to sneak in there one day. What's up, Indy Cindy? Can't decide if I'm lurking or trolling. So you guys hang out for a minute. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Refuge. Gotcha. Miss Dog Lover, welcome back. Caricature, how you doing? Who's that, Salty? Just kidding, you're just lurking. So she's referring to the poll question. Question is, who are you? Are you part of the Sleuth crew? Are you lurking mostly, trolling, or F the Sleuth Intuition channel? We have a super chat from Miss Dog Lover. Thank you. One more day to the weekend. Work has been tough. Just one more day. You're almost there. All right, who am I missing? Grunge Truck. Welcome in. Ooh, another super chat. Thank you, Boston. Challenge to help me out here. Oh, the garden's looking pretty good. Planted a few items. I think I'm gonna go crazy on the peppers this year. But I'll post some photographs. Maybe in a day or two. Yeah, but it looks pretty good. Thanks for asking. All my green thumbers out there. Blind Squirrel, what's up? Grunge Truck says he selected FU. I'm shocked. I'm heartbroken. Heartbroken mostly. Looks like 9% of you said FU. How could you? How could you do that? Okay, I will. I did get your email as well. Been very distracted. No. But I'm thinking if it's a boy, like Winnie the Pooh theme. I think I could paint that in there, you know. I think it'd be fun to paint it. Plus you can get in all the different kind of colors and it's kind of foresty, you know, at the same time. You have all these fun characters. But I don't know. I'm not set on anything yet. Yeah, it's a little too early. You guys still haven't hit the thaw, right? Honestly, I mean, I had tomatoes growing all year and peppers. And the broccoli, it loves the cold weather here. So I grew a lot of broccoli, a lot of cilantro, a lot of homemade salsa. Oh, did I miss caricature? Where are you at? Or did I get you? Oh, there you are. Lori is so annoying in court, killed 5, yet upset her jail call wasn't private. Yeah, are you guys keeping up with that? Let me play some of that shit. Sensei with the super chat. No, a flex, members flex. I wouldn't say F you to Sleuth. I'd just sweep the leg. Yeah, we don't show mercy. Mercy's for the weak. We strike first, strike hard. Yeah, that's kind of what my wife was thinking. She wants to do kind of a wooded. She didn't go for the boxers, championship boxers. But if it is a boy, that's probably what I'll do. I don't know if I want to hear her annoying voice. What's going on, Sparky? Dark Side. Dark Side says, ungrateful. We need that 9% to step forward and identify yourself. Yeah. If you're part of if you're a 9%er, show yourself. Spark a match and show yourself. What kind of heathen runs around in the darkness? 6 inches of snow 10 days ago. It's still in the shadows. Wow, so it must be pretty cold still. Over the last 2 days, we've been in the 60s, but I mean, we're going to be in the 90s and then in the hundreds before you know it. Julia. Mistake to subtract that from the 9%, but I don't think I need to explain my support to you, Sleuth. Yeah, we'll just add that to the OGs and newbies. The berry bush? What kind of berries you got? Elderberry. Okay. See, berries like that are easier to grow in the cold weather because it's kind of part of their process. You know, the seeds need to experience like a freeze and then you can plant them. Same with blueberries and strawberries and things like that. You can throw them in your freezer for a while, but it just kind of happens naturally out there in the Midwest or on the East Coast. Welcome in, Don Spain. Just having a quick chat. Quick chat before the house gets filled back up. Plus, I promised my wife I would be digging in the attic today. So I'll be spraying for bugs most likely up there and then probably putting some boxes. She was doing like some rearranging in this downstairs closet, and I think she organized all the Christmas stuff. So now I get to climb up a ladder and put it up in the attic. It's always fun. Trying to watch ongoing cases. Every time I turn around, there's updates popping up. Yeah, there's a bunch right now. I mean, why would you give parole to the Menendez brothers? I mean, those guys, they still haven't shown any fucking sympathy for what they did. But leave it to Gavin Newsom. Let's see here. California Governor Gavin Newsom has set a parole board hearing date for Lyle and Eric Menendez, who were convicted of murdering their parents in 1989. This move comes amid their bid for clemency, reigniting public interest in one of America's most infamous cases. Like, damn. Hey, Abby's grandma. Where you been? Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for the super chat. I think there's a Dr. Phil podcast coming out, Mystery and Murder. They're going to talk about the Gabby Petito case. So I don't know if you guys are still following all of that, but I'm sure I'll be checking that out. That comes out on the 9th. Ooh, some mushies. What's going on with Yushi Warrior? Who else we got up in here? Yeah, Huckleberries. I'm your Huckleberry. September. Yeah, plums. Fresh plums. That must be wonderful. Yeah, she sure does, Sensei. Yeah, she's looking super cute. If you notice, when you buy them at Walmart, the wild ones cost more. Yeah, I'm sure. Maybe they're freshly picked, local. They're not MGOs. Genetically modified. Or GMOs. Sorry about that. I don't know. The reason that I don't trust the stories that the Menendez brothers kind of put out there is I don't trust psychopaths. They'll make up all these fucking stories. They'll create these they're master manipulators. And they were in fact nutty. Those guys were crazy. And they may have. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know the ins and the outs of what was going on with the Menendez brothers, but I definitely don't believe their version of the story. I would never take their version or their accounts of what happened that day. Not after what they did. What a coincidence, Sleuth. I am headed to a house to find a dead raccoon in the attic. Yikes. Better hope it's dead and not rabid. What's going on with you, Miranda? You been following any of these stories? What is it? Sherry Papino. Sherry Papino Parole Developments, who served 18 months in prison for faking her own kidnapping in 2016, is facing new scrutiny as she navigates parole in California. Recent court filings from March 2025 show ongoing custody disputes with her ex-husband, Keith Papini. I feel like I'm not saying that correctly. It says here, her hoax, which cost authorities over $300,000, continues to be a cautionary tale about deception and media sensationalism. Interesting. Indy says, I can't stand the Luigi case. Why is that? I mean, it's an interesting case. But the Gabby Petito case, man, trying to get into Brian Landry's, like, his thought process and what was going on in his mind, it's a really creepy place. When you really break it down and what he did and how he kept her so close only to crush her in the end, right? Literally. Like, I'll keep you close, I'll control everything, and then if I can't have you, nobody can. Like, not even making his own decisions, just riding some kind of psychotic wave of manipulation, right? It's like a ball of lightning. You ever seen a ball of lightning where it just kind of floats and it'll go and go until it just kind of hits a solid item or kind of flutters out? That's what happened with him. GNA coach Eli guy claimed that Gabby deserved what happened to her. Who's that? GNA coach? Yeah, what happened to her was extremely awful. That's a hard story to follow, because I mean it's just a pure tragedy. I think to me it's more of a tale of human nature and how How we can go so wrong. How we could be so right and be near something so wrong. It's kind of like tourists coming from Asia and they're at Yellowstone Park and they want to take a photo with the buffalo. You know, it looks harmless. You talking about Val Kilmer? Oh yeah, Val Kilmer. I think was it today or yesterday? Yeah, rest in peace, Val Kilmer. I loved his Batman, and the movie Heat is one of my favorites. That's a great movie. Just relaxing. Sounds nice. Oh yeah, duh, Doc Holliday. Hello. Yep, Doc Holliday. From tuberculosis. Well, shit, pneumonia, I think it was. Got cursed by that Doc Holliday character. Morel mushrooms are about ready. Yeah, that's a big deal out there in Indy, huh? You guys go mushroom hunting? I always said if ever I go missing, you guys, I want you to hire a bunch of mushroom hunters to go find me. They'll get in the nooks and crannies. Ricky Martin, what about him? The musician? I'm like trying to figure out the song. Oh, Living La Vida Loca. Dun, 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 dun. Remember, that was like the craze. Pneumonia, wasn't it crazy? He was still pretty young, really. Yeah, well, he got throat cancer, and that kind of messed him up pretty good. See, I don't know enough about the case. Monado. Maybe we'll do a deep dive into the Menendez brothers. Go back in time. Good for you, Miranda. Good for you. Yeah, it's good to unplug from the matrix. We have a nice vacation planned probably in about a month. Even in the Lifetime movie about Gabby, it was Gabby's friend who made fun of him. Yeah, I mean, he was a mess. But what do you mean by that, grunge truck? Like, her only mistake was loving a psychopath, a homicidal lunatic. But her problem was really loving him, giving him attention, elevating him, trying to elevate him, seeing what nobody else could in him, things that he couldn't see in himself. Oh, that's a good one right there, caricature. The Saint. What was the one Bruce Willis did? It was kind of a knockoff. The Jackal, I think it was. I think you had the Saint first, and then you had the Jackal. Both great movies. But yeah, the Saint was really good. Yep, Heat. That's a great one. In a nook nor a cranny. The nooks and crannies. Jim Morrison. Oh, yeah, he played Jim Morrison. Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, rest in peace, Val. Brendan Fraser, Christopher Walken, Always Dance. Yeah, I like Christopher Walken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did, Indy. Don't worry. I have an 8th grade reading level. Okay, how do they taste? So you just pan fry them? And then you just eat them? Like I don't understand. Is it a side dish? Is it an appetizer? I don't get the whole is it morel? I just know you guys are obsessed with that shit. Oh yeah, Willow. That's an old school movie. That's a great movie. I remember the CGI or whatever they did on that movie. However they did that, the effects for that movie were great for their time. Yeah, how the hell could it be her fault? I don't understand. Badly or Baldy? Yeah, Baldy. Yeah, I don't trust them. Like I feel bad for them if they went through anything, like any kind of childhood trauma. That's awful. But if they're the source of that information, I'm going to approach that definitely cautiously. I guess so, Grunge. I mean, what the hell? Why would it be her fault? Like, in what way? I don't understand that. Why would it ever be her fault? He literally, didn't he like strangle her to death or something? He like beat her, strangled her, and then just threw her away like trash because she rejected him. And then he came home and acted like nothing happened. And his parents protected him. Well, mostly his mother. Shame on her. Shame on the whole Landry family. Shame on you guys. What you did was awful. It's unforgivable, really. Shameful. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, basically, she was partially responsible for her death because she hit him back. Yeah, that whole domestic thing is, that's more common than you guys think. Both ways. But the thing about that whole domestic incident is we only know about what we witnessed in that video, right? And what I saw was her protecting him, thinking that if I tell him what really happened or how I really feel, like he can get in big trouble. So by her kind of being protective of him, thinking that he's going to be protective of her, they would both be okay. But instead, he was manipulating law enforcement. You can watch it in real time. You don't have to agree with me or not. I watched it with my own eyes. Him play this game. And a lot of you out there don't give these killers enough credit. It is a Jedi mind trick. That's exactly what it is. It's something that they've learned to do. And if you're not careful, they can do it to you easily. It's literally like hypnosis. So she's over here trying to minimize his involvement, and he's over there trying to maximize her involvement. And under law, there's rules. Now law enforcement, they have to do certain things. And if they pressed it, they may have even been able to take her to jail. Yeah, but manipulators, they know how to take control of the situation right from the beginning. They know the power of what's the word? First impressions. So they're right at it from the first impression. They know if they're going to have any kind of success, they need to gain that first. And that's what he was doing with cops. He had a good first impression. Hers was awful because she was all flustered. Right? She looks like, she's just some crazy girl, and he's doing his best to deal with her, but really he shut it off like a switch. He turned the crazy off, and he went into manipulator mode. And I think that's what he was. He was just at the core of who he was. It was pure manipulation. I'm talking about Brian Laundrie. Oh shit, Don's going in. Pray for me. I'm going in after the Rocky Raccoon. All right. Make sure you check in with us. Hopefully you got a rabies shot. Yeah, she did seem sweet. She seemed like she was making a genuine effort to make somebody happy. Somebody who doesn't know how to be happy, she was trying to make him happy. Like any normal man would have been extremely grateful. Yeah, that is sick. Indy says, when does I hit him back turn into assault rather than self-defense? When you have a psychopath manipulating people in real time, it can really become anything. Especially when you think that this person really cares about you, right? If you guys go back and watch the body cam footage, you have Gabby minimizing his responsibility, but he's over there maximizing hers, and kind of he's picking up. They're empaths a lot of times, so he's picking up on their vibe about her, and he plays into it. He's like, okay, they're looking at her like she's crazy, so that's going to be my angle, and they're able to pick it up like this at a drop of a dime. And if you're not careful, and everybody can fall a victim to it. We all have an angle where we're some type of angle that they could use to reach us. Yeah, grunge. Get your rabies shot. Don Spain's going in an attic trying to chase a raccoon. Well, it's supposed to be dead. So hopefully he got good information. But I do think my wife is here. Hold on. Let me check. That might be the neighbor. I know she's on her way home. But if she is, I'm going to end the stream. Yep, that's her. All right, guys, I got to go. I will talk to you very soon. I may even surprise you with another stream later. So cross your fingers. Take care.